Hello and a very warm welcome. In today's video we're talking McLaren F1. What a turnaround from an unreliable 2012 car to a GP2 engine famously quoted by Alonso to Constructors champions. We're going to have a look into McLaren's woes and maybe other teams should take note. McLaren struggled and struggled and struggled, and then they won the Constructors after 26 years. So a lot of pain. Maybe Williams would be a fine example. They've gone through a lot of pain. Can they come through the other side? We got to give huge credit to Stella. Zach Brown eventually got the job done. It wasn't plain sailing. It wasn't easy. Should have been easy. Drivers and constructors with the most dominant car for the majority of the season. But at the end, 2024 will always be McLaren's year for winning the Constructors. Yes, so we're going to look. McLaren completed their return to the top of the F1 pecking order in 2024 by overcoming rivals Red Bull and Ferrari to claim their Constructors Championship, the first in 26 years. 1998 was the last, 2024, the Woking-based outfit, Constructors champions. It is a disgrace that either driver did not win the drivers. They should have done. They had the best car. So it's starting at Honda, but I want to go back further. I want to go to 2012. Lewis Hamilton in that McLaren. He was winning races. Singapore stands out. He's in the lead, and McLaren was so unreliable. Like, Lewis was literally leading a few races, and the car let him down. And then he moved to Mercedes. And then a troubled Honda reunion. Obviously, McLaren had a lot of success back in the day with Senna, with Honda. In 2013, McLaren made a decision that would basically be one of their toughest in history. Having signed a power unit deal with former partners Honda. They had that golden era in the 80s and early 90s with Honda. So it was going back to history, DNA, routine, but it didn't go well. McLaren, the Honda regime, it was embarrassing. It was so painful being a McLaren fan. That's what I mean. You go through the lows and then you get the highs of winning the Constructors. Literally, we retired from more races than we finished. And I'm sure Fernando Alonso, he got that pissed off. He used to retire the car on purpose when there was nothing wrong with it. I'm positive he used to do that. It sounds ridiculous, but he definitely did used to retire the car with nothing wrong with it. It soon became clear under F1's new and highly complex turbo hybrid era that the second partnership would be far more challenging. The dream of world titles quickly turning into a nightmare of retirements, grid penalties, and struggle for points. Frustrations grew and grew through 2015, 2016, and 2017, with McLaren finishing a lowly 9th, 6th, and 9th. Now, a hammered Williams, and rightfully so, because they're a historic team and they should strive for better. But maybe they have to go through that pain. I mean, look, McLaren have finished 9th, 6th, and 9th. Disgusting, disgraceful. It was painful to be a McLaren fan. But sometimes you got to go through that pain to come out the other side. And we had strong driver lineup with the Honda partnership. We had Fernando Alonso, who was a two-time champion, and we had Jenson Button, who was also a world champion. But the car was absolute, basically a bucket on wheels. It was shocking. It was no surprise then, world champion pairing Alonso and Button, who copped a record-breaking 105 places of penalties at the 2015 Belgian Grand Prix. Wow. Famously, we had Alonso, obviously Honda, Japanese, we're at Suzuka, massive for Honda, and Fernando Alonso, I think he got passed by, was it Max then, in the Toro Rosso? And he comes on the radio, GP2 engine, GP2, I mean, that's embarrassing. Not only is it embarrassing for McLaren, Honda in their backyard basically saying that their engine is a GP2 engine. Yeah. The engine feels good, much slower than before. Amazing. Try 3 times, Fernando. I try already, so try yourself. I mean, it was brutal, Fernando Alonso. Button described the speed deficit as scary. Alonso, we've already covered his GP2 quotes. But then the road back to winning ways, having struggled to string points finishes together during the second stint with Honda, we switched to Renault engines and we scored at the opening 5 races of 2018. Earlier that year, McLaren Technology Group Zak Brown stepped up. Yeah, and alongside new team boss Seidel, who then left. He went to Audi, didn't he? Stella and Brown do deserve credit, but Brown needs to cut out wearing fucking other teams' merchandise. Otherwise, he can fuck off. As far as I'm concerned. 2019, the change appeared to be paying off as McLaren, Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz, best of the rest. Yeah, 4th in the standings in 2019. And year on year, we improved slowly but surely. We kept finishing 4th, 5th, 4th, 5th. And then, yeah, in 2024, we got it all together. We had a couple of driver changes, obviously Norris, Sainz, Norris, Ricciardo. Ricciardo got sacked. And then in came Oscar. And this is a strong pairing. It is a strong pairing. Oscar Piastri, huge questions. He needs to be more consistent this season. And he has to beat Lando Norris if he wants to put his name out there. And Norris, been at the team a long time, very loyal. He stayed and stayed when he had other team offers, and he won his first race with McLaren, which should mean more than any other team. That's the way I see it. But yeah, you got to respect his loyalty. Yeah, 2024 came and the car was very competitive. Like I say, we should have won the drivers. We didn't. We won the constructors, only just, but yeah. Ending a 26-year title wait. When 2024 began, McLaren technical office was bolstered by Sanchez joining Rob Marshall. However, there was soon to be further tweaks on the technical setup. Sanchez, who was signed by McLaren prior to luring Marshall, only spending a few months in his role. Where's the main bit? But yeah, Brown and Stella do deserve big credit. We won in Miami, Lando Norris's first win. Yeah, and it was pretty clear we had the most dominant car, but we were not getting the job done. Monza, oh, I was raging. I was mad at Monza. That one fucking hurt. That one stung. We had the race. We had the race, and then we gifted it to our rivals. And not only did we give it to their rivals, Ferrari in their backyard, and they were celebrating. And it was like they were pissing on us because we had that race in the bag. But yeah, this is a note to other teams. You go through pain, come out the other side, highs and lows of supporting a Formula 1 team. And that is McLaren in a nutshell. So much success with Senna, Prost. Then you go through a couple of pain years. Then we have Hakkinen winning titles. Couple of pain years. Lewis. We're winning in 2008, and then a couple of pain years. Yeah, hopefully a driver's title will be coming to Woking. Comment down below your thoughts, and yeah, Williams should be taking note of McLaren, really.